Recording.
Hi, we're group 4. I am Kessinger. We have Harry, Chanel, and Jessica. We've chosen to do our case analysis on the TJX companies. Now I'll turn over to Chanel, sorry.
Okay, the agenda for today, number one, we're gonna take an in-depth look at where we are now. Included will be a look at the company's current strategy and direction, a look at the competitive 5 forces overview, TJX's market position, the key success factors for the company. There will also be included a SWOT and PESTIL analysis. Strategic issues and financial performance will be discussed. And number 2, we're going to have recommendations and a timeline for those recommendations.
Okay, we see the current strategy from the TJX. This is retail store. TJX, they respond to current market trend and focus on the customer preference. And TJX also have a high inventory turnover speed, with the make it a high one of fastener item to meet the needs of the customer. And TJX also they create the home goods to provide the lighting, carpet, and essential item for the office and home. And also TJX they focus on the low cost. And the strategy in the off-price home accessories and April retailing, TJX divert fashion and on the equipment for life. And TJX also focus a lot for the low cost.
Okay, so for the company's current direction, we as a team agree with the direction that the company is going. And we believe that this direction that they're going would help them to achieve their objectives. Their game plan is heading in a positive direction. Situation analysis. There's been continuous increase in sales, promotion, and income. That is evident in their figures that they've shown in their financials. Or their expansion strategy, we've realized that they are driven to a global expansion, and we think this basically improves and increases their chances of gaining sustainable competitive advantage. Also, in our analysis, we have done a complete competitive force analysis. So when we analyze the suppliers of the company, we realize that they have many suppliers globally. This would basically help them with not paying high costs for their products. They leverage production costs. They would also be able to produce or make available better quality products and in a more quantity. For suppliers, we think they have a moderate supplier power. For buyers, analyzing the buyers, TJX companies impacted by the industry buyers, because there are many buyers that supports these retailing stores in the industry. There is a strong customer buyer relationship, meaning that their customer base is very big, and we also think that this has a moderate customer power, buyer power as well. As it pertains to substitutes in this market and in their environment, the threat of substitutes is relatively strong because there are a lot of other companies selling similar products. They do, however, maintain their competitive edge over the other companies, and we do think that the threat of substitutes is relatively strong in this environment. As it pertains to new entrant, additional competitive pressure, global growth, and these are relatively strong influence on the company, because it is a famous industry, and a lot of other companies are trying to build new organizations to enter this environment. As it pertains to rivalry, this has very strong impact on TJX companies. The major forced external business environment. The direction, it has direct impact on daily business operations.
All right, so TJX's market position. After analyzing TJX companies, it can be concluded that the market is attractive. We can see that TJX has promising long-term and short-term profit. During times of recession, they were able to prevail by continuing to grow and generate profit. TJX regularly takes steps towards a more attractive market. They respond quickly to trends and demands in order to give their customers the best value of current products. TJX stores never have the same stock or items, which is what their loyal customers love about the company. It is a different experience every time you enter their stores. Adding on to the uniqueness factor is that a lot of products they sell you cannot find online. Customers appreciate the uniqueness of TJX's products and their shopping experience. And as for ease of reaching market members, TJX companies have 4,000 established in 9 different countries. In North America, most big cities have several TJX stores spread throughout so that it is very easy to access. Passionate and innovative business strategy, TJX offers a huge variety of unique products, furniture, home decor, clothing, beauty, and cosmetics, and electronics for a low and affordable price. Customers are loyal to TJX because of their high value and low prices. For competition within the market, they do not have any pressing external competitor threats, as TJX companies are mainly competing against each other. So TJ Maxx in the United States and TK Maxx in Europe, Marshalls, Home Goods, HomeSense, Sierra all in the United States, and HomeSense, Marshalls, and Winners in Canada.
Okay, this is skill and capabilities relate. TJX, they add many new stores and to expand the business and increase the customer traffic. So TJX also developed the global stores, and all the tab like I said in the current strategy, they focus on the low cost and low price, and that's it attract more customer, and also quickly distribute their inventories.
Okay, now we're going to move on to the SWOT analysis. For strengths, we found that TJX Companies was actually a pretty strong company. Some of their strengths included more than one type of revenue chain. They have clothing and they also have home goods. They have 4,000 established stores in 9 different countries. They have great value for the cost of their merchandise, a very flexible business model, a large number of suppliers worldwide, passionate management, and financially strong and able to invest and grow their business. Weaknesses include, the main weaknesses we found was that HomeSense and Home Goods offer the same products and are in direct competition with each other. TJ Maxx, Marshalls, and Winners are also extremely similar in what they offer, leaving them in direct competition of each other as well. Opportunities. Further expansion into more countries makes sense for the business. We'd also like to see them expand their portfolio to a new venture outside of clothing and home goods, and manufacturing its own clothing lines. Threats. New entrants into the market, changes in political leadership and regulations, and severe economic downturns. Now we're going to move to the pistol analysis. Political. During the time of TJX, Trump's signing of the Tax Credits and Job Act of 2017 affected the business positively by they have positive financial benefits that came from it. TJX used this opportunity to give back to employee communities. They also improved their technology, training, and growth. This also helped increase dividend payouts for their shareholders. Economic. During TJX years in business, there have been some times of economic downturn and recessionary periods. TJX was able to overcome these times due to their flexible business model. The company was still able to expand, turn a profit, and increase its per share dividends. Socioculture. The locations chosen for the various different stores are placed in areas that the consumers value fashion and top brands at lower prices. Setting up in these areas was smart on TJX's part in that they have consistently set up and established stores in countries around the world. Technology. The tax reform benefit allowed the company to upgrade its tech and training programs to better serve the business. This will have a positive effect on the business as it continues to grow. Environmental. Products are bought and shipped to and from different countries and locations as well as overseas. There may be some issues arising during transport, but no large issues have arisen thus far or in the information given in the case study. Legal and regulatory factors. TJX seems like they will be able to handle any items springing up in this department as long as their business model remains flexible. However, some things that could negatively affect the business are significant rises in minimum wage, changes in taxation causing more profits to be given to government and other regulatory bodies.
All right, so for financial performance, TJX companies are overall very profitable and successful financially. When looking at TJX stock performance, TJX stock has showed significant strength. For example, a $10,000 investment in TJX in July 2008 would have returned 573% and yielded an investment of $67,351 10 years later. Here's a screenshot of TJX Companies Incorporated market summary as of March 8th, 2021, dating back to 1990. We can see from the graph that, excluding the plummet that most stocks experienced from the COVID-19 lockdowns, TJX has grown their financial success greatly over the years and continues to do so today. It is safe to say that TJX company strategies are working well. When looking at TJX balance sheets and financial summaries, every year their profit grows considerably. This is what we want to see as an indicator of financial success. Because of inflation, we don't want to see companies' profits remaining the same or even marginally growing each year. We need to see significant financial growth each and every year. As an example, TJX first quarter fiscal 2019 net income was $716.4 million compared to $536.3 million in the same period during 2017. Sales increased year over year by 12% in quarter one fiscal year 2019, reaching $8.7 billion. Now for strategic issues. TJX companies are doing an excellent job so far with their strategic vision and management focus. TJX companies up to this point have been successful and have not run into any huge errors or conflicts. One strategic issue they could work on would be differentiation between stores. Each of their different chains all have very similar merchandise and product. For example, Winners and Marshalls are competing stores but have very similar layouts and products. As a fellow consumer, I appreciate differentiation. It makes the stores more attractive and offers a more unique experience. For example, when shopping at Winners, one might refrain from buying a certain product because, well, there's no rush. I can probably find it at Marshalls tomorrow on my lunch break, as an example. But if there is more differentiation, the customer might not think that and would be inclined to buy it at Winners that day and at that time in fear that it would be gone the next day or the next time that they came in. If management wanted to look at some smaller strategic issues or opportunities to improve their business strategy, they could possibly look into creating a website that allows customers to browse or purchase their products, creating a rewards program where customers can earn points for the transactions, like the PC Optimum reward system through Loblaws, or possibly sending out coupons via mail, like most fast food chains do, or through email or text message. Customers would have to consent to this, of course. Coupons are a great way to bring in customers that would not normally shop there.
Recommendations.
Okay, so for recommendations, we recommend that for TJX companies, forward integration, this would basically help them to reduce costs, optimize business processes, increased quantity, more control over quality, and more speedy innovation process.
One of the goals that we have for TJX companies is continued expansion into more countries. Why do we want this? TJX has already has the tools and know-how to be successful in opening new stores and new markets. There are still many countries in which TJX companies do not operate, and expanding will help create a higher global market share. Some countries we recommend for their clothing department stores are Italy, India, France, and Japan, as they are areas where fashion and design are important. The timeline for this, 6 months for research, as this venture is something TJX already has experience and success with. 1 to 2 years for stores to open in new countries. 3+ years, just continue to open stores in new areas yearly. The second goal that we have is research, development, and distribution of individual clothing lines. Why? This will help to start to differentiate TK Maxx, TJ Maxx, Marshalls, and Winners from each other. We believe this may help to create new customers and to help solidify a reason for customers to shop at both. The company will also be able to have a new area in which to create profits. Things to keep in mind for this venture. Extensive research and development may be needed for this venture. This particular suggestion may be costly to start, but could reap benefits in the future. Distribution will be easy as stores are already set up and established. Trial of the new clothing line should be in some of the most popular stores. Our timeline for this project would 1 to 2 years for research and development. This would include heavy research on costs to start and maintain manufacturing warehouses and facilities, speak with designers, and any costs associated with distribution. We would like to see in 3 to 5 years for production, marketing, and distribution to have started and be successful in this time period. The end.
Yeah.
So